This video is sponsored by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, which gives you access to a bunch of legit biohacking videos, among other things. They're digital, low effort, and they make you better. More on that at the end.
Biohacker. It's an attainable title. Ever sat on your hand till it goes numb to make it feel like a different person? Congratulations, you're a biohacker. You can't do a show about biohacking without at least mentioning Dave Asprey, who, well, here he is introducing himself and fidgeting like a 9-year-old with an itchy butt.
Hey, I'm Dave Asprey, New York Times bestselling science author, founder of Bulletproof and creator of Bulletproof Coffee, host of Bulletproof Radio, and father of biohacking. The art and science of changing the environment around you and inside of you so that you have full control over your own biology.
Convince me that sitting on your hand till it goes numb doesn't meet the stringent standards of that definition, and I'll let you make my hand go numb and use it for whatever you want. Whatever that may be, leave it in the comments. Anyway, according to Dave's definition, it's almost impossible to not be a biohacker these days. Have you ever bought a health supplement because the description had the word study in it? Or just simply because of how professional the label looked? You might be a biohacker. Coffee? Biohack. Duck lips? Biohack. Masturbating before a first date? That qualifies. Shaving your stomach hair into a six-pack? Abso-fucking-lutely biohack. How do you cure a hangover? You drink more booze. That's science, you biohacker. Ever been too drunk to drive home, so you did just a little bit of blow, just for safety, for 4 hours in a hotel room with a fellow biohacker named Trixie? The point is, according to this definition, we're all biohackers. I mean, we're all wearing masks. Most of us are wearing masks. Hey, bleach may not cure you, but it's still a total biohacker thing to do. See, a telltale sign of a biohack is that it is not doctor approved, which takes a lot of personal responsibility. Being a biohacker is like being the CEO of your own health, but many people are just not ready for that promotion. You're guilty too. Have you ever informed your doctor of your Google diagnosis? Yeah, see, this is why doctors hate biohackers. Because if there's one thing doctors require of you, it is to be patient. Biohackers have no patience, and no patience literally means an empty waiting room. Dave Asprey is not a doctor, but he actually does publish a lot of free, helpful content based on legitimate research. However, his real genius is in marketing. Dave gave a word to what was already happening as the digital revolution began to empower everyone with access to research and real-time data through sensors that track movement, sleep, and even brainwaves. Dave has created a massive business off of this, selling coffee, books, blue blocking glasses, an array of food products and supplements, tickets to his annual biohacking conference, and $15,000 a pop neurofeedback brain training courses. His program, 40 Years of Zen, costs $15,000, and the sales pitch is essentially 5 days training with that on your head equals 40 years sitting on a Tibetan mountaintop. Genius marketing, because if you can afford it, you're probably already pretty fucking Zen. The question is, what makes you more Zen, the training course or the ability to pay for the training course? We know it works great for people that can afford it, so if you paid the 15 grand and you're a little nervous about it, you're not rich enough for this to work on you. Go make more money, then come back, try again. This must be why they have an extensive pre-qualification screening, which I assume consists of an audit. Look, I'm not saying it doesn't work, I just think it's a little suspect that it's prohibitively expensive to find out. But hey, whether they're paying thousands of dollars to hook their brains up to machines or just a few hundred to try some new supplements, running biology experiments in their garage, or planting chips under their skin, biohackers are a culture that isn't waiting patiently for the future to arrive, but for better and perhaps worse, they're racing ahead, straight into the knee of the curve! Welcome to Knee of the Curve. I'm Emmett Short. Don't get left in the past. Hit subscribe to stay up to date on the cyborgification of humanity. I'm a comedian, filmmaker, and futurist and amateur biohacker, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, but if you really want to pitch in or talk shop, find me over on Discord, where I post developing scripts and kick it with a ton of other future enthusiasts like you. So if you wish The Daily Show or Last Week Tonight focus way more on tech news, consider joining me on Patreon or becoming a YouTube member to help this show grow. Or head over to my website and check out some of the new merch. Let's get into it. This is the first in a series I'm doing on biohacking because the term is used to describe so many different things. There's a lot to cover. It's an exciting time, but that also means there's a lot of research to do if you plan on becoming CEO of your own health. Dave Asprey's not the only one who's cashing in on lazy CEOs that would rather rely on good marketing. Most, actually, self-respecting biohackers have used the term to rebrand one of the oldest biohacks known to man, coffee. And I don't want to get left out. I like money, so I figured I'd join in with a coffee biohack of my own. Oh, and I know I said you need to do your own research, but don't worry about double checking the science for this product. It's super legit.
Have you seen through the biohacking community? Because you're simply too smart to be fooled by marketing.
How about a biohack for not bragging about your biohacks?
The easy, quiet confidence that comes from the knowledge that your package is bulging with the best damned coffee we could logistically set up for drop shipping in under a week. BDE Coffee. Big energy coffee.
What's the D for? Well, it could be anything, really.
Dazzling, determined, dangerous, delightful, dapper, dignified, daft.
Could be big dinosaur energy. Walking around swinging that big tail. Of course, I know what my D is. I just don't feel the need to talk about it.
BDE Coffee. Yeah, you could brag about it, but come on. They know.
Oh, also, we've got a new flavor. It's called 50 Years of Zen. It's $20,000 a bag, and we guarantee if you buy it, you'll be so zen you won't feel the need to brag about it to anyone. What's the science behind BDE Coffee? Sure. Yeah. Well, maybe you've heard of
Dr. Masaru Emoto, a real doctor, projected emotions onto water and then photographed the molecules. Turns out water absorbs emotion. The results were so conclusive, no other scientists have bothered to reproduce it. So to get BD energy into our coffee beans at the molecular level, we make sure every field hand, plant technician, roaster, truck driver, and label presser is hung like a goddamn horse.
Metaphorically. It's all a metaphor. There's ladies too. Right? We're not discriminating based on penis.
No.
Okay, good. Right.
One thing we do is give every cent of profit to a charity that's turning kids into superhero cyborgs.
I don't think that's how they word it, but the charity does get high-tech limbs into the hands of kids that need them. It's called UnLIMBited. Couldn't pass that up.
Our reward is helping kids, one origin story at a time. BDE Coffee. Buy it, don't buy it. Either way, things are gonna work out.
I just want to be clear, that was a joke commercial for real coffee that you can actually buy on my website. And all the money really does go to helping kids get prosthetics. Yeah, I created an entire coffee brand for this episode, and I learned how to do it on Skillshare. No joke. I took a couple of courses on drop shipping because they have that and a zillion other things. And I was able to connect with a coffee wholesaler and set up a whole new Shopify site in 1 week while still having time to write and produce this show. I could not have done it without Skillshare. When I want to get straight to some knowledge without sitting through someone's ad for a VPN or, Skillshare, I go straight there because I'm all about that efficiency. It's been extremely worth it at $10 a month, and turns out they have a ton of actual biohacking classes on there for increased happiness, learning faster, intermittent fasting, and way more. It's just one of those things that will make your life easier and save you time. And
Free premium.
it's a no-brainer. So anyway, I have 3 videos coming out about biohacking that get into specific products, so let me know in the comments if there's any you'd like me to cover. Plus, I explore the DIY biology community who are putting their lives on the line, and in some cases your life, with the goal of gaining control over human evolution. And an episode on grinders, not the people in the gay hookup app turned drug dealer app, although I'm sure there's some crossover. I'm talking about cyborg hopefuls who augment themselves with voluntary prostheses, including RFID chips, magnets, Wi-Fi routers, antennas. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that and hit the bell to get notified when those videos go live. If you're still watching, I'm assuming you enjoyed yourself. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Ryan Stout, once again, added a ton of great jokes, so go check out his YouTube channel and his stand-up. Huge thanks to the patrons and YouTube members. If you are curious about the exclusive content and perks, I invite you to check out Patreon for those. Find me on Twitter and Instagram, or just click one of these videos to stay up to date on how technology is changing everything. Thanks for watching. Peace.